video. If you're watching this video and you haven't watched that video, you're going to want to go watch that video. But in that video, we talked about these 5 things that are very important. Intermittent fasting, 1. 2, eat fish. 3, grammar. 4, push, pull, drag. Push, pull, feet.
Legs.
Okay.
No cardio.
No cardio. And special bonus 6, sleep.
Right.
This topic today is we're going to be working on intermittent fasting. As you've seen in the previous video, a quick recap on intermittent fasting is basically you go 24 to 16 hours without eating. Eventually, you stop needing to eat. It's just like your body gets used to it, like evolution and adaptation, except a lot faster. You're not like slowly growing. It's like, oh, breakfast time?
Scooch.
I'm not hungry.
Okay, the way I do it is the way she said, which is 16 to 24 hours, with either an 8-hour eating window or 1 big meal a day. I find it's very, very hard to just have 1 meal a day, though, because of all the grams of protein I need. I need 200 grams of protein. I need 200 grams of carbohydrates. That's a lot of food.
But how do you, balance all? You have to eat all this stuff at this 1 meal. What meal do you do?
Right, and so if I did it all in 1 meal, then I would have just a huge dinner, probably.
What kind of food would you have for your dinner?
Right, so if I did it for 1 meal, I would probably have
fish,
salmon,
halibut.
Right, I'd probably have salmon and halibut, and that would probably, those 2 things, 7 ounces apiece, would probably get me to about 75 grams of protein.
So protein's crossed off. What about carbs?
No, I still need another 125 grams of protein.
Okay, so could you eat pesto chicken or something?
Right, so to get that I would need to have turkey, because it seems to be turkey breast seems to be the highest protein per weight.
And we're going to do a special video on cooking delicious turkey.
Yes, we will do that's coming.
A way that I made up.
Right, the way that you made up, but also the way I made up too. So we have a couple of them coming.
We have a couple of videos about, I'm going to call it Food Enlightenment.
Food Enlightenment, that's right. We have a couple of Food Enlightenment videos coming. And so it would be very hard. So I usually don't do 1 meal a day. Usually what I do is 2. So I start off with poke bowl, which has a lot of fish in it, and I get the extra large poke bowl. We'll do a whole video just on poke bowl. And we have a whole video coming just on poke bowls.
Video, could we go to an actual poke bowl restaurant?
Sure.
I like poke.
Yeah, we can go to actual poke bowl restaurant. And then we would also do a second meal, which might be London broil, which is steak. It might be turkey or chicken or fish or whatever.
Steak. I mean, when I hear steak, I think this is not what you want to do if you're fasting, because you see those pure white chunks of fat on steak.
Yep.
How do you eat this steak?
That's a good question. So we'll do a whole video just on steak. How about that?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll talk about steak. So basically, I skip breakfast, right?
Yeah, it's hard to skip breakfast.
I don't take cheat days except for holidays and very special occasions.
Like my birthday.
Her birthday's coming up, so I'll do that day. I did Christmas. I took Christmas off and ate 10,000 calories on Christmas, and Thanksgiving off. And actually, Christmas was hard because there were a couple of other days leading up to Christmas where I probably ate stuff I shouldn't have.
I have a question about that. Do you do what I did when I had Christmas off? I was just eating straight sugar packets. Are you still an adult? Are you just a normal adult instead of a fasting adult? Are you sugar packets?
I didn't have sugar packets because I'm too much of an adult for that. Sugar packets to me would not be any fun.
I literally was just eating straight sugar packets.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. But what I did do was eat cookie dough. Lots and lots of cookie dough. I ate cake.
Okay,
I ate pies.
Would you eat more than you usually would because this is your free day?
I did. I ate a lot more than I usually would. And I don't eat any sugar except when I make oatmeal. That's the only sugar I have.
Yeah.
So
We will do a special video on oatmeal though.
we'll do a special video because I believe that I make the most delicious bodybuilder oatmeal that you can have. Now you can make oatmeal more delicious than this, but I don't think you can make it more delicious and have it be good for you as a bodybuilder. And yes, there is a little sugar in there, about 4 grams per serving.
And the best thing about the bodybuilder thing is it's not like I'm going to this separate place and making my own oatmeal. Daddy makes the oatmeal in the morning. I get up from school. I scoop myself some oatmeal.
And it's still good.
Yeah, it's good. My mom does the same. My brother. You're cooking oatmeal for everyone, and everyone eats it.
Right. So that's the oatmeal. Okay, do we need to recap what we said about intermittent fasting? Basically, 5 days a week of fasting between 16 and 20 hours, really. Generally starting, the other thing is I've started recently is trying to make my first meal of the day just a protein-based meal. I had a protein shake, but I also had bone broth that I made. I made turkey-based bone broth yesterday.
Oh, it was so good.
And so I had those 2 things. And so once an hour is up after I've had that, then I'm going to have, some sweet potato and then some salmon, and we'll eat more normally throughout the day after that.
Yeah. And I just had this brilliant idea of a Q&A video because I have a bunch of questions.
Okay.
But they're not all on topic. So there's going to be like a special Q&A video where I ask a bunch of questions, and it might be some of your questions. If you want to ask one, put it in a comment. Do not send a text.
Or an email. Just put it in the comment.
It's faster.
Well, also, other people can see your question.
Yeah. They can be like, instead of someone else saying, oh, I need to do this comment, they'll see this question.
Mm-hmm.
So it won't be like a bunch of the same question.
Correct. So just go ahead and if you have, I like that idea of doing a frequently asked questions video.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then do we have any other things we want to say about intermittent fasting? 16 to 24 hours, 5 to 6 days a week. Basically just simply skip breakfast, to have lunch between 12:30 and 1, depending on how late in the day I had my previous meal. Sometimes I'll have lunch later if I'm going to do a 20-hour fasting period, and have your first meal of the day be protein only. And also I would recommend having your last meal of the day be protein and fat only, because it'll help you sleep better. Did not have a bunch of carbohydrates in your stomach near the end of the day. At least it helps me sleep better. There's some scientific evidence to support that. But again,
we should do a sleep video. Oh, right. We already are.
We're going to do a sleep video, yeah. And I'm not a doctor. Are you a doctor?
Nope.
You should talk to your doctor before you follow any exercise and diet program. Not listen to a dad and his daughter on YouTube.
We want you to. Finally, I get to do it to you.
Mm-hmm. We want you to like.
Don't be a hater and do a thumbs down. Just, it's why.
If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's okay. You can like, subscribe, share with your friends, and remember, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when our new videos come out, because, I'm got 2 kids, I got a job, the videos they should come out every Thursday, but fingers crossed. We've already missed a Thursday, so.
Yeah.